Hey guys, it's Free Ride Friday today. That means we give away a lifetime membership to the $100 MBA Training and Community. If you want to win a free ride, that's over 180 video lessons, interviews with experts, workbooks, our community forum, our Facebook group, and a whole lot more. All you got to do is leave us an iTunes rating and review. Every Friday we do a weekly random draw to see who won the free ride. Next week could be you. Just leave us an iTunes rating and a review. All right, guys, let's get into today's episode. iTunes Best of 2014 podcast, and we're darn proud to give you fresh, hot lessons every single day with our daily 10-minute business lessons for the real world. I'm your host, your coach, your teacher, Omar Zenhom. I'm also the co-founder of the $100 MBA, a complete business training and community online. And today you will learn the power of being nice. How by simply being nice to the people you interact with in business, your audience, your customers, and your competition can greatly affect your business. I should say, greatly affect your business in a positive way. This lesson is especially important if you start seeing success and you're kind of letting it get to your head. By staying humble, by being nice, I'm going to show you how it directly impacts your business. All right, guys, let's get into it. Let's get down to business. Today's episode of the $100 MBA Show is sponsored by SaneBox. Be honest, how many times have you spent the day in email feeling productive only to realize later you haven't really accomplished anything? I know I have. In fact, today's average professional spends nearly 30% of working hours in email. That's why I'm excited today to tell you about SaneBox. It works in your email to make sure you see only the emails that are important right now. I've tried all sorts of email management tools. This one is one of the best, and it saves me hours every week. If you're ready for email sanity, head on over to sanebox.com/100MBA to try SaneBox for free. After that, our friends at SaneBox have offered $100 MBA listeners $25 off a membership. The deepest discount you'll find anywhere. Again, that's sanebox.com/100MBA. When I say being nice, I'm talking about your attitude, the way you treat the people you interact with in your business. Like I said, that includes not only your customers or potential customers, but also competitors, your suppliers, your coworkers, your employees. If I was going to wrap up the essence of today's lesson in one sentence, it would be, it's a lot easier to work with somebody you enjoy working with somebody who is likable. If you like somebody, it's a lot easier to do what they want. Now, I'm not saying that you need to be a pushover. I'm not saying that you say yes to everything and your calendar is fully booked and you never prioritize or say no to anything. You need to do what you have to do. You're going to have to prioritize. You're going to have to say no to people, but you don't have to be nasty about it. In fact, by being polite, by being nice, by just having a caring attitude, it can have a great impact on other people. I mentioned this before in an earlier lesson that Chris Brogan can really teach us a lot about this topic. He's a very, very successful entrepreneur. He's both a New York Times and a Wall Street Journal bestseller. But if you ever meet him in person or correspond with him online, he's a very down-to-earth and caring person. And that really resonates in his brand. People that work for him enjoy working for him because they feel like they're working for somebody that actually cares about them. A lot of people, if they're insecure, they feel that they need to be tough. They need to be kind of mean to people in order to get some respect. You don't need to do that. When it comes to your customers, it's really easy to turn around an irate customer when you quote-unquote kill them with kindness. There's a few times that come to mind where I had a customer that was very unhappy about something. Now, it may or may not have been our fault, but that's irrelevant. They're very unhappy and they're your customer. So you need to sympathize with that, and you also need to be nice to them. They're not expecting that. They're expecting a very cold, clinical kind of response. So when they get a response that's very nice and caring and warm, they feel kind of embarrassed because they came off as aggressive as they did. But being nice is particularly important when it comes to your colleagues, other people in your market. Often when people start making it in business, they make a name for themselves. They might be, a YouTube sensation or have a hit website or blog. They don't really want to interact with many people. And that's fine. Maybe you're too busy. But there's nothing wrong with supporting people and responding in a kind way. The mere fact that you respond is nice, is professional, and it's also respectable. And by giving back to other people, it really does help. I've done over 70 interviews in the past year on podcasts, on different shows, and only one of those podcasts had a bigger audience than ours. So sometimes it's not all about you. Sometimes it's not about like, oh, what is it in for me? Well, if it's not going to help my show, if it's not going to help my audience, it's not going to help my business, then I'm not going to do it. Sometimes it's just a good idea to get your word out, to have your message reach new ears, and also to make strong connections with other people in your market. By helping other people, you help yourself. Because, hey, you never know, maybe some of these other people that you've helped in the past become great successes in the future. And trust me, they won't forget it. But one of the biggest points or reasons of being nice in business is that it's so rare. You can really differentiate yourself by being somebody that is caring, professional, you know your stuff, you're not a pushover, but you're still a nice person. You still treat people with politeness. You still treat people with respect. You don't ignore people. I brought up Chris Brogan before, and one of the things I observed about Chris Brogan is if you go and see him speak at any conference, he spends a lot of time after the actual speech and speak to the people afterwards, answers questions one-on-one, gets to know people, shakes hands. A lot of people do not do this. They just run to their hotel room or they just want to hang out with their posse. But Chris recognizes the fact that those people that are asking the questions, that want to meet him, that want to shake his hand, those are the people that got him on the stage. Those are the people that buy his products, that read his blog, that listen to his podcast. Those are the people that allowed him to be successful. And that takes some sort of wisdom. And it also requires a bit of foresight to understand that by giving back to these people, the people that have been a fan of his, that have been a supporter of his from the start, that they'll continue to give back to him. All right, guys, I got more on today's topic. But before that, I got to give love to today's sponsor, Vistaprint. If you're a small business owner, whether that's a yoga studio, a pizzeria, a local spa, whatever you may be, you need Vistaprint. We use Vistaprint all the time for all our print media, whether it's business cards, flyers, postcards, materials for events. Vistaprint is the way to go. When Nicole and I first got started, we had a very proud moment where we printed our first business cards and we used Vistaprint.com, and we still use them today. And best of all, Vistaprint is giving you guys, the listeners of the $100 MBA Show, an amazing discount. You can get 500 custom business cards starting at just $9.99. That's over 50% savings. All you got to do is visit Vistaprint.com, create and design your custom business card, and then enter code MBA at checkout. That's code MBA. And remember, Vistaprint is high quality stuff, and they deliver it straight to your door. So jump on this incredible offer. Get 500 custom business cards for only $9.99. Enter code MBA at Vistaprint.com. To wrap up today's lesson, I want to remind you to be mindful of the way you treat other people. As an entrepreneur, people are always watching. You are your brand. And if your brand is synonymous with good feelings, you better believe it's going to affect your business. When people feel like you care personally on a personal level, they'll have a whole lot more respect for what you do and what you produce. They'll also cut you some slack when things are not perfect. All right, guys, that wraps up today's episode. But today's episode's not over because it's Friday and I got to give away a free ride to the $100 MBA Training and Community. Let's see who won this week's free ride. Remember, guys, you can win a free ride too. Just leave us an iTunes rating and review, and you enter our weekly random draw. All right, this week's winner is Tony XWQ from Canada. Tony says, the best podcast ever, 5 stars. I recently downloaded one of your episodes just to test out your podcast. Wow, simply amazing. 10 short minutes packed with tons of information and tips. I went back and downloaded every episode you've published, and now I'm in the process of listening to them. As an entrepreneur myself, I'm always looking for the extra edge I can find, even though at the moment I'm writing my thesis for my MBA. I'm grateful for your teachings because they're a constant reminder of what counts the most. Keep up the great work. Tony, thank you so much for that review. Nicole and I read every single one of these reviews. They mean so much to us, and it helps us know what to work on, what to focus on, what works, and what you like. Tony, your mission is to email us at contact@100mba.net so we can hook you up with the free ride to the $100 MBA Training and Community. We are so pumped to have you. All right, guys, I'm going to leave you with this. By smiling, by being nice to other people, it makes your business and your life a whole lot easier and a lot more enjoyable. You're going to get haters. You're going to get people that don't like you. You're going to get people that are nasty to you. But never mind them. Don't let them dictate the way you run your business, the way you treat other people, and the way you become a leader in your industry. If you ever catch yourself being a certain way you're not very proud of, try to change course as soon as possible. Because yes, people remember the kind, nice things you do, but they really remember the nasty things you do. All right, guys, I'll see you in tomorrow's episode, which is Q&A weekends. Until then, take care.